Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host, Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How are you, Matt?
Oh, boiling.
Boiling. Yeah, first hot day in a while.
Boiling. No, it just goes from, let's go from 15 degrees. You know what's a good idea? Let's go
30.
from 15 degrees and double it. This thing called heat. We haven't seen it all spring, and then all of a sudden they just thought, you know what? Let's just skip spring, go straight to summer, and voila.
Did something happen to your voice out of nowhere?
It's not robotic, is it?
It sounds a bit robotic, yeah. We can roll with this while we're recording if need be. Let's experience the thrill of what's going on in Matto's situation. Well, you can discover what happens along with me, but you did go a bit electronic there.
Get back in there.
The wonders of technology. So while Matto is sorting himself out, hopefully he's just sorted himself out, it is Game Awards time. And so as well as dropping a few predictions, what we think is going to be announced or shown or whatever during the event, we're also going to go through the predicted winners. So for everyone watching on the podcast version, I've just projected all the nominees for currently the best esports event thing, and we're going to roll through all of them, all 31 different awards, all the way through to number one. Obviously, the esports and those sort of things we don't know jack shit about, so we'll kind of push through them pretty quickly. But Matto, is your audio good to go?
I hope so.
Oh yeah, no, sounding much better.
There we go. It always does it for some stupid reason. It just feels like it just has to go robotic without me doing silly sound effects like I've done in the past.
That was the thing that surprised me most. I'm like,
you said robotic. I thought
this is an intentional thing here.
No, there's no piss taking that. Absolutely not.
Fair enough then. All right, let's kick things off with the best esports event, and we'll just toss straight through them because we don't need to really focus on it at all. Evo 2022, the 2022 League of Legends World Championship, the PGL Major Antwerp 2022, the 2022 Mid-Season Invitational. It looks like a soccer ball on top, maybe FIFA, and the Valorant Champions 2022. What's your pick?
The middle one, the Pro Golfing League Major.
I'm going Antwerp.
Antwerp 2022
because I want to know. Not going to win, but with a name like that, we have to acknowledge it.
I just want to know what an Antwerp is now. I'm very.
You can Google it while we go, but we'll move on to the next category, which is the best esports coach. Our nominees are again a bunch of names that I'm not familiar with at all, but I hate the esports stuff.
All these. Okay, let's go with
let alone some difficult surnames from time to time.
Just go with like
names they call themselves.
Yeah, one can't even spell.
Andrew Blade Horodensky. I think I did that pretty well.
As long as it says Blade.
Mateus Bizka. Is that meant to be like Berserker? Tarasconi. Eric Doombros Sandgren. Robert Roban Dahlstrom, and Go Score Dongbin.
Dongbin?
Like
old Dongbin.
I don't know. I don't know if we're being horrible for chuckling at the name there, but he's got my vote because of it.
I was just going to go with the other. I was just going to go with the first guy because he looks asleep. I don't know what.
Totally. Well, you could argue that Roban is too, but that's fair. I'm going with Dongbin just because.
I'll go.
Doom Bros is like a pretty awesome name. Like that's the best name of the lot. But anyway, our next category, because again we'll just keep pushing through. We don't know jack shit about it. Is the best esports team. Dark Zero Esports for Apex Legends. FaZe Clan for CS:GO. Genji for League of Legends. Now I feel justified in that other one because I didn't know what Genji was before under old Dongbin's name, but now I know it's a League of Legends team. I feel like that probably adds to his chances. The LA Thieves for Call of Duty and Loud for Valorant. Got a pick?
I'll just go Genji. They look the happiest to be there in the picture.
Loud is loud, so they'll get my... But then again, the LA Thieves are having a really great time.
So actually they are.
I'm going to go with the LA Thieves.
That's a good point.
Like it seems like they really seem like you tried your best, but you failed miserably. Only catch is in this case like you had a great time. So let's go.
Give applause to this guy. He failed.
Yeah. Next category, Oh, come on, let's get away from this esports stuff, let alone the names.
Oh my god.
Best esports athlete is Jong
Athlete?
Chovi Ji-hoon.
Bon Jovi.
It's not far off. Lee Faker Sang Hyok. I apologise to anyone who I'm mispronouncing here. This is far better than it's me, I think, than you here. Finn Carrigan Anderson.
Wait till you get the old simple. Good luck with
Alexander
that.
Simple Kostalev.
I'll pay that one. That's pretty good.
Cost of living.
An old Jacob.
Jacob Yay Whitaker. I'm throwing my support behind Jacob because he's been the easiest to deal with so far.
Yeah, no.
Not that Finn Carrigan Anderson was too bad either, but
you just don't do thumbs up. You just.
well, I don't really know what he's doing. What is he doing?
I don't know. He's doing the weird thumbs up. It looks like he can't put his pinkies in. Oh, I'm looking at Finn. I'm not looking at the old Jacob. Don't know. I've got no idea. He's doing a fusion shaka.
Cloud9 Valorant. Yeah, I guess I could see a Valorant thing winning somewhere along the way. Moving on. The best esports game.
Oh, boy, esports.
There can't be much esports left now. Best esports game: Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Valorant.
Rocket League. I don't know.
Valorant? I don't
Could
know.
say Valorant. League of Legends. I don't know. Could be any of them. I don't know what one's
good on
popular.
both Riot and Valve for taking 4 of the 5 spots between them. But yeah, Valorant, I guess.
So
maybe.
good luck with Rocket League.
Yeah, I hope Rocket League wins. Here we go. Now we're moving into kind of real topics.
We're back.
And now, one that's potentially gonna. Well, it's. I mean, it means nothing, but it's always fascinating to get the insight because there's some big names in this list. The most anticipated game. We've got Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts Legacy, Resident Evil 4, Starfield, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I'm saying Zelda. It's not my personal choice, but it's the one that I think will win.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think Zelda's going, but for me, it's Resident Evil 4. That's
fair.
Because
I
I'm
feel
excited.
like that could be the obvious second. I think in this case, for me,
It's going to be Starfield. Old googly eyes.
well, I would have said Starfield had it not been for Bethesda being bought. But because now it's only coming to Xbox and they are the smallest console base, now obviously it's coming to PC as well. But I feel like you take the PlayStation audience out, and that's a huge number of voices that will now just redirect their attention towards. I mean, if they're kind of the hardcore PlayStation one that doesn't want to entertain anything that's not on their platform, that instantly puts them on Final Fantasy 16, Hogwarts, or Resident Evil 4, which probably helps your case there with Resident Evil 4.
There you go.
And then there's the Nintendo fans that I think will just outmuscle everyone. I think the Nintendo fans will outmuscle everyone.
The old remake does everything again.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Next category, the best adaptation. I don't know about you, but I've actually managed to watch none of these so far.
I've watched like half of Uncharted. I've watched half of the Uncharted movie, and it was horrible, so you can cross that one out.
Actually, no, I watched like an episode, maybe 2 of Cuphead.
I didn't even know Cuphead had a show.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show.
Yeah, so is everything else.
And so, yeah, as is 3 of the 5 things on the list. So we've got Arcane League of Legends, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the Cuphead show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Uncharted.
Well, I'm going with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 because I watched Sonic the Hedgehog and I enjoyed it. So most likely, I'm going to enjoy Sonic 2. And that's what I'm going with.
I think Arcane.
You could also say Cyberpunk or Arcade.
I think Arcane will win.
That was a game.
People were losing. It's based on League of Legends, like it's in the League of Legends universe. Because it's not actually. Yeah, there's no game called Arcane. It's just kind of connected to the. It's connected to the games. And the reception for that thing, like that is in terms of the critical opinion, that is by far and away the most acclaimed of all the games here. And I think that might still be enough because it's Netflix, so many people would have seen it. Sonic, I'm also wary of because those Sonic fans are fucking weird. But anyway,
well, they need some excitement because let's be honest, their games haven't been
good
for 20 or 30 years, so they need something good.
That's a good point. Next up is the best debut indie game, which is a weird sort of category to have, considering at least one of the nominations here I'm aware of. It's absolutely not the person responsible's first game, but anyway. Neon White, which is the one I'll get to in a sec. Norco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors. Got any
I'd
thoughts?
say Tunic. I played Tunic. I kind of enjoyed it, and then got really angry at the same time.
I think Stray will win, not because it's the best game here, but it's the one that's been the most nominated of everything on the list. So,
Fair point.
and that's, I guess, kind of foreshadowing a little bit. But the nominations have been out there for a couple of weeks, so hopefully people have had the opportunity to check them out. And yeah, Stray is the most nominated game of anything on this list by a long, long way. Right down to the point that it is in the Game of the Year list, which is ridiculous to me. But anyway, Neon White is a weird one because that is done by the developer who did Donut County. You know, the one with the hole that gets bigger and bigger and bigger and just consumes the whole township. Yeah.
I remember that. That was my favourite game.
Yeah, but he went and formed a new studio, and so that's enough to justify debut indie, even though it's helmed by the exact same person. Anyway, it's like giving Kojima best debut indie because he's an independent developer these days, and when he left and did Death Stranding, it was his first game. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Like, it ticks all those boxes of the definition of the title, so I guess we better nominate Kojima. One that we're probably both a little bit more vague on, but Content Creator of the Year, Carl Jacobs, who is a name I've heard, Ludwig, who I hadn't heard of, Nibelian, who I love their Twitter work, but can't believe that Nibelian's in there, Nobrew, and Cutie Cinderella, yeah. Right, took a while to work that one out. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Look, it's a very weird sort of award because there's tens of thousands of content creators and you give it to 5 people.
These 5.
And there's probably there's probably others out there that have probably done better things, like, one Fall Guys with playing control with jelly beans or
but they've been
nominated
things
like
before,
that.
so they can't be nominated again. I think that's probably a little back end criteria for that one.
Oh, no, Tim the Tap Man because of his Fall Guys.
Yeah, last year or
Underdog.
2020 for Fall Guys.
I don't know.
I reckon there's something about that in the background, but you got a gut feel or just a name that sticks out?
Ludwig. I don't know why. It's the only one I know.
I want to say Nibelian, but he's not a content creator, so no, absolutely not. And he literally decided to pull up stumps when his Patreon wasn't creating enough money for him to actually live off this stuff a while ago, and disappeared, like killed even the Twitter account, all of it. So he literally was regurgitating news, and I think was kind of exposed for it. So no, I don't, like, in terms of, wasn't anything dodgy, but just realized that people aren't willing to pay for tweets. So
that's the case. So you'll probably win then.
He could very well win. Carl Jacobs, because it's the name that I know, but I couldn't even tell you what Carl Jacobs does.
Anyway. By the looks of it, he plays mini golf. That's why.
There might be that.
Why look at the picture? Just mini golf videos. Who knows?
Category. Now we're kind of getting into probably the games themselves and starting to kind of focus on them a little bit more. The best multiplayer: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Isn't it? Yeah, it's a long title, so I had to scroll off it. Shredder's Revenge. Yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm going Overwatch 2. That's my one. Definitely not Call of Duty because it's still got a lot of problems with cheaters that seems Activision doesn't want to do anything about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Multiverse is also very popular. The old rip-off of Smash Brothers.
But it came and it went pretty quickly, I feel like. I don't know that many people are really still playing it much anymore. I could be wrong.
Unless they pay money to streamers to go, hey, play our game.
I'm actually going to say Call of Duty.
Oh.
Just because Call of Duty does what Call of Duty does. Overwatch will, I don't know. I think it might be one of those two, actually. Call of Duty or Modern Warfare. Call of Duty or Overwatch. So, we'll soon see, I guess. It's a category that, neither of us are necessarily the greatest of experts in, but something to talk about. Best sports/racing game: F1 2022, FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World.
I'm going with Ollie Ollie World.
Just with Gran Turismo 7.
Just not 2K23 because that's just been the same rubbish every year for the last 10 years. Same with FIFA and
F1.
F1's just F1. Just it's the same courses every year.
Yeah, I think GT
Would've-
will get up. And obviously, like, there was the concerns early on in terms of how they were doling out XP or currency and those sorts of things, but I think they've retooled and rebalanced that a little bit, which then just leaves what is supposed to be a pretty incredible racing game. So, PlayStation probably picks up its first trophy for the night here, I think. Unless there's something we've already discussed that I missed. Best sim/strategy game. We've got Dune Spice Wars, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3.
I'm going with 2 Point Campus because you always keep talking about it.
I had a great time with 2 Point Campus. But
Mario plus Rabbids the other game. Oh.
I don't think Dune's really gotten any traction at all. Total War Warhammer is meant to be, like, the third one's meant to be incredible, but...
Yeah, the 40,000 or whatever it is.
But it's also just kind of a bit more niche, I guess, than, like, a niche PC game versus a very... I mean, Mario's probably the most iconic game character there is, so outside of maybe Pikachu. So, I think Mario, and the fact that then it's an awesome game as well. So I feel like Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope might be the one there.
Not old Dicklet,
fucking Dicklet, rapidly becoming the most renowned character in video games. Dicklet, the best family game: Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Nintendo Switch Sports, not Nintendo Switch Esports, and Splatoon 3.
Oh, it's a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's literally
three Nintendo games.
It's the Nintendo.
You see where Nintendo's core audience is.
Well, three of theirs, Ubisoft made it for Switch, and Lego Star Wars is a very family-friendly Switch game as well. So it's the Nintendo award. It's always the Nintendo award, except for last year when It Takes Two scooped it because it then went on to win Game of the Year.
And then got released on Nintendo a year later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just to rub it in. Take that.
You didn't win. Now we're going to put a game on your platform too. Fuck you. Done.
I'd say this is probably the toughest one out of all of them because
it is so far.
It is because they're all
Kirby.
I only played the demo. I played the demo of Kirby, but to be honest, that is the most family friendly of all of them. I mean,
maybe Nintendo Switch
Lego
Sports.
Star Wars. I mean, Lego Star Wars is good, but I don't think any family's going to get through 9 games.
Well, it also starts off pretty slow. Like some of the episode 1 and 2 are about as bad as the movies that they're based on. So
so they're just leading by example.
Accuracy, yeah.
So did they mess up the Rise of Skywalker at the end of it? I don't know. Just completely ignore everything. People get angry.
I haven't gotten far enough actually. I need to go back to it, but yeah, Kirby for me. What about you?
No, I'll go Kirby as well.
Done.
I enjoyed my time with Kirby, or the demo I played, because you got to go a truck or a vending machine. Oh, no, a cone. That's the one.
Yeah, the cone.
I was laughing at the cone.
Truck. There's the vending machine. Yeah, but the cone's hilarious.
The cone was the best.
Best fighting game, which is a controversial topic in this one, but anyway, whatever DNF Duel is but it's from Arc System Works, so it's going to be a good fighter, I'm sure.
No Street Fighter this year. I'm shocked.
But wait for it next year. I think you'll be getting Street Fighter. I think you'll be getting Tekken 8. You'll be getting all sorts. So Tekken 8 is already confirmed to be at the Game Awards. So stay tuned for that, people. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, which is a remaster of a last-gen game, I think. The King of Fighters 15, Multiverses, and the controversial one, Sifu, because it's not a fighting game. But because it's there, it's probably going to win.
Run it. Yeah. Just go Sifu, just for the laughs.
It's the best game on the list, so it's just not a fighting game. So it depends, I guess, whether people look at it and go. I mean, the people who voting on this are the same people who nominated for it. So I don't know if that kind of consensus after the nominees came out means that people go, oh yeah, good point, not really a fighting game, and go for something else. Because in that case,
so you might as well just put God of War Ragnarok in there if that's the case. You can consider that a fighting game as well.
Exactly
Use fists, a lot of fists.
Yeah, go figure. I'm not too sure there. I'll say Sifu, but in case people do kind of push back, Multiverses, because it was incredibly popular, like you said before.
And then died.
Best role-playing game, which is probably any other year there'd be some stiff competition here, but there's one clear winner that neither of us have played really. But
everyone keeps talking about it. It came out. I don't know when it came out. Start of the year. but everyone keeps talking about the damn game.
Yeah.
Does anyone talk about was it
Live Alive?
Xenoblade Chronicles? Nope.
A lot of people talking about Xenoblade Chronicles. It's very like
Yeah,
all of those other
all those little,
contenders are
all
excellent.
those Nintendo fans,
Well,
Triangle Strategy, no one really talks
excellent.
about that.
Pokemon Legends, Arceus, excellent.
Nope. Well, no one talks
Also,
about that
interesting that
because
four of them are Switch exclusives
there you go.
in the role-playing game category.
And it's going to get out
Nintendo and Square Enix.
It's going to get outdone by Elden Ring.
It's going to get beaten by Elden Ring. So let's move on from that one because we know the answer definitively.
No one talks about Pokemon Legends anymore because everyone's talking about Diglett.
Oh.
And the mess that is the current Pokemon games.
Best action adventure.
Oh, here we go.
There's 4 of the 5 Game of the Year. Sorry, 4 of the 6 Game of the Year nominees in this. No, was there 5 Game of the Year nominees? 6.
Oh, 6.
Sure
I believe there was 6.
Yeah, 4 of the 6 are in this category alone. A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and then the odd one out, Tunic.
Well, I would like to thank Stray and Tunic for coming along. So you can go sit down now.
It's the 3 AAA games that are
3
fine,
AAA
fine
games
for this one.
Blade Forbidden West. It is a good adventure game. Plague Tale, I've only played a little bit of. It's an okay adventure game. God of War Ragnarok is an excellent adventure game.
Yeah. It's top tier.
It is top tier. Top tier, that's not a pun. It is a top tier game.
Working our way down the list, we're on to action game this time. Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Get out of here, Sifu.
No, I mean, this is the right category for it. Just shouldn't
the
have been
right
the fighting
category,
one.
not the fighting one. Oh,
like I feel like it's between Sifu and Bayonetta.
Oh, there you go. I would say yes, but I haven't played any.
But there's a lot of love for Neon White out there too. I just think it's a bit too niche. So, I might even go out and say Sifu. I reckon Sifu.
Again, people are going to start getting outraged if Sifu wins 2 awards.
Yeah, especially one of them that's not in its own
category. It wins in the right and the wrong category. That'd be great.
You don't have a gut feel?
No.
Fair enough. Moving on to what is
maybe
next.
Maybe just Bayonetta 3 just to piss off the former voice actor.
Former voice actress. Best VR/AR game: After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2. My vote's for Moss Book 2 because it's awesome, but I also haven't I kind of have a bias against Among Us, but it's also probably the biggest, most popular thing in there. After the Fall's meant to be awesome. Bone Lab, I've heard great things about. I don't know Red Matter 2 though.
I know none of them except for Among Us, but I wouldn't technically call that the best out of all of them.
No, it's just the most popular. So
most popular.
And
it's
probably
not a Oh wait, I was gonna say it's not a popularity test, but then I realised you can vote for it, so it is a popularity test.
I think it's like 90% critics, 10% fans. So we'll see what happens. My money's on. Well, I want Moss is the best there, I believe, but I wouldn't rule out really any of the other first 3. So especially Among Us, just because of its popularity. Innovation in accessibility. I might even just outline that one for people watching or listening. The recognition of software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So it's about getting games in the hands of more players. Thoughts?
I've only played one of those games, and there were a lot of.
Oh, sorry, I didn't announce them. As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I only played one, which is Ragnarok, and there were a lot of accessibility features there. It was mind-blowing of how many features were there. I didn't know what half of them were, because
they're not relevant.
Personally, I don't need them, but there's other people out there that may require. It's like the whole colorblind stuff. That's the last few years that's sort of come in, because I never really thought about
to be fair, like it's Naughty Dog that really got that ball rolling. So credit to them with Last of Us Part 1 in there. They're just continuing to drive the standard. But I think with you, I mean, I've played more than just God of War in this thing, but I think God of War still does it best. They've taken what Naughty Dog has done with The Last of Us and all that sort of stuff, and they've just built on it even further. So I think God of War will pinch that one again. And you're obviously you've only got God of War to lean on. So the
Yeah,
next
we're
one,
another
I
dog.
didn't even notice any. If there's been sponsors up to this point, I hadn't noticed it. Best community support sponsored by Discord. Apex
Wow.
Legends, Destiny 2, which is actually far better than like the Chic Hydro bot or some shit. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Final Fantasy 14.
As I say, No Man's Sky still getting nominated.
I know, good on them, right? It's pretty
Good
sweet.
on them. After their absolutely lackluster release of people making fun of
Yeah.
that game, and then who's laughing now?
Now who's that? Yeah.
Let's see. Apex Legends, no, because it still has its problems that EA will not address and fix. And Fortnite's Fortnite. It doesn't need any more awards. It can go away. Yeah, and Destiny 2's still going strong, and everyone seems to like Final Fantasy. Was it 14?
Yeah, 14. Yeah.
It was the biggest line of packs for an online game that you could probably play
At home
online.
anyway. Yeah. The support for Final Fantasy 14, especially since World of Warcraft started to take a nosedive with all the Blizzard stuff in recent years, is just huge. Like, people were looking for a new MMO. They came across to Final Fantasy 14 because it was kind of the next most popular, and now it's just surged way past World of Warcraft and everything else. It is the leader in terms of popularity. It's the leader in terms of what they're doing with the game. Like, they are just not missing a beat. And I just kind of really want to go and play it myself, but who's got 500 hours? Plenty of other people apparently, and that's why I think it'll win. You're not too sure? Do you have a gut feel? I feel like Destiny could come close.
So Final Fantasy, or I was going to say No Man's Sky, but I don't think it will. Probably Destiny 2 or Final Fantasy. Definitely not the other two.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, what is next? Best mobile game. Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, don't you all have phones? Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap,
Yes.
and Tower of Fantasy, which I've never heard of before.
Probably Marvel Snap would be the
Snap.
popular one.
It's
But I
crazy
would like
popular.
to see Diablo Immortal to win just to piss off all those dickhead Blizzard fans that got angry when a mobile game got released. Thought it was a joke. It wasn't.
Like, they've nickel and dimed badly. Like, the monetization sucks in Diablo Immortal, but for that exact reason, I would love to see him win. Like, just to upset, like, twist the knife even further. I feel like it could be Genshin as an outside chance because it continues to just be incredibly popular. But Marvel Snap, I think I'm with you. It's the probably maybe obvious front runner.
Oh
Next
yeah.
category. Oh, here's a tough one. Best indie: Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic.
Oh, Call of the Lambs.
I think
Cult of
Stray will
the
win
Lamb.
because it was in the Game of the Year thing, but Cult of the Lamb should absolutely be the winner there.
Because I've never had so much enjoyment in just sacrificing my own cult.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean,
It
you've
is
done it before.
Yeah. Well, don't you do it?
Oh, no, can't say I have. Cult of the Lamb is the winner for us, and Massive Monster, you're the best. Can't wait to do drinks with you again soon. Hopefully we're celebrating a win. Best ongoing game: Apex Legends. It's literally the same thing as before, pretty much. Apex Legends, Destiny
Genshin's in
2,
there.
Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin instead of
I say, is this a game of spot the difference? It's
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
just No Man's Sky's
It's
out.
taken.
So I feel
Yeah.
like Final Fantasy 14 again.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Definitely.
We're
what was it?
inside the final 10 people, so we can finally jump across to our predictions shortly. Games for Impact, I'll read that one out again, similar to the accessibility one. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. And we've got 6 nominees for this one too. Do they fit? They fit. Cool. A Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
What? I'll just go with the last one, just cause.
I think I've heard the name before, but quickly dismissed it. As Dusk Falls is the most renowned of the lot. A Memoir Blue I've played and I was pretty underwhelmed by. Citizen Sleeper has a real cult following. I remember when the reviews first dropped for that, there was the likes of Kieran Verbrugge, who's soon to be the head of Press Start Australia, as he's recently announced. Like, there was him and many others that were singing that one and talking about being one of the absolute games of the year. So I wouldn't rule out that, but I'll maybe go As Dusk Falls just because of its popularity and reach. I don't know. I haven't actually played anything other than the Memoir Blue, which is a real shame because it's quite possibly the worst one on the list.
Oh wow.
I mean, without kind of knowing the others well enough. So, next up is the best performance. Back to 5 nominees, and
God.
it's just the PlayStation Award for the most part. Ashley Birch for Horizon Forbidden West, Charlotte McBurney for A Plague Tale Requiem, Christopher Judge for God of War Ragnarok, Manon Gage for Immortality, and Sunny Soljic for God of War Ragnarok, who is Atreus, for anyone unfamiliar there too.
I was just saying, it would have been nice if they actually put underneath who they portrayed. I know it's obvious that one is Aloy.
Aloy, I've forgotten her name, but the main female character in...
Amicia.
Yep. Kratos, I haven't actually played Immortality yet, so I don't know. And then, Atreus at the end.
I would have to say, going by what I've played, Christopher Judge by a long shot.
Yeah.
It's not because he plays Kratos, it's just that
it's the writing
Ragnarok itself, the performance he does in Ragnarok is brilliant.
Yeah.
Same with Sunny as well, but Christopher Judge pretty much his performance takes the cake. And there's good reason why. I'm not gonna say why, because like I say the smallest thing about that game, you ruin it. And that's what I don't want to do.
Best audio design: Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West. I'm going Horizon.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's a tough one.
Because they've just to be clear, like it's kind of in-game audio and sound design. So it's soundtrack, it's the way, like it's audio effects, it's the whole package. And I think Horizon is the best.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that. As much as I do, because I have the 3D headphones now of PlayStation, so I can actually hear where those goddamn ravens are in Ragnarok now.
Yeah, I know.
I can just hear it and go, wait, there's a raven around here somewhere. Like, where is it? But like you say, Forbidden West sound overall is better.
Yeah. This is the more focused one. The best score and music: A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh, it's so difficult. I mean, Bear McQuarrie did a great job on Ragnarok. Especially at the end.
What's the but for you? You did such a great job, but
Metal Hellsinger is so much better, just with its rhythm
it's a licensed track.
Yeah, but it's also its rhythm as well, whilst played.
Yeah, true.
In music as well. Elden Ring, I don't know, but they said the score was good in Elden Ring. The musical score, and the score itself.
Pretty epic.
It is, but just sort of the music for Ragnarok at the end of the game was brilliant.
Yeah.
So it's real tough. It's a tough one. But these. I do think it gets so tough. So best indie was tough. Yeah, I'll say God of War
for me.
Because I was getting excited.
We're into the final 4 now. Best art direction: Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray. Scorn making its only appearance in the awards because everything looks like dicks.
This looks, I just want to win. Just because it has so many dicklets in it.
Yeah.
Just for laughs.
Art direction.
The tough one.
Oh.
You could say, I would say Elden Ring. It's got a lot of color in it this time compared to the other games from Software.
Yeah, it's better than I guess the others, which are kind of whatever their setting is, they stick to that tone. But
so all Forbidden West is compared to Zero Dawn is just more light.
Yeah.
Sunlight. But Ragnarok has snow. It's a tough one.
But then all the different realms are pretty amazing too. Like they all look really different. So I think for that reason I'm going to go God of War, because they have so many different types of environments that they can do up, and they all look incredible.
They have fire, they have snow, they have jungle, they have sand.
Yeah.
They do have sand, actually.
Yep. They nail everything. I'm going God of War. Yeah. Just because they've got the variety to be able to draw upon.
Oh, yeah. The water.
Best
narrative. Clouds. The clouds in Ragnarok. I've never seen such good clouds in my life.
The best narrative almost has all of our nominees in it. A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
I'm just going God of War.
God of War, yeah.
By that story.
Country Mile.
By a mile is brilliant.
I mean, Horizons is awesome. I believe everything I hear out of Plague Tale, especially the ending, is amazing. Elden Ring, I think, like if there's like best lore, then sure it wins, but it's about storytelling and narrative development, and that's not what Elden Ring does best.
If you want a example of good storytelling, Ragnarok is the game.
Yeah.
To go to, by a long shot.
Here's our penultimate award here. So, best game direction, which more often than not, your game of the year is nestled in this one as well. And I think the clear 2-horse race is here. So, Elden Ring, God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray.
It's
this is really just the question of like
who do you think's going to win. It's just between Elden Ring and
Elden Ring for game of the year. So, for me, it's God of War, based on that.
Yeah, I'll go with God of War as well.
Which then answers our final question. Game of the year, A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and then sneaking in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. You tried your best, everyone, but it's a 2-horse race, and
it's a 2-horse race.
We've answered it already, so we think it'll be God of War.
Especially in 2021, we all straight up knew like who's going to win Game of the Year at the start of the year, and everyone knew God of War was going to be there. It's like, God of War's going to win it. You don't have to worry about it. Then Elden Ring came out of nowhere. There's some other guy who thought Gotham Knights was on the same level as Elden Ring. I don't know. It's a shame that it didn't make it. It didn't make any awards, Gotham Knights. It's an absolute shame considering the guy gave it a 96.
What a surprise.
What a shock.
So, yeah, we've got God of War Ragnarok as our game of the year for both of us. So we'll just have to see what happens this Friday when the Game Awards happen. We'll be debriefing on it next week's Patched because we'll talk about all the announcements and those sorts of things.
I will also say too, if Elden Ring does win,
well deserved.
I'm not going to be angry about it either. It's just if one of the other 4 wins, then there's something wrong. It's almost as rigged as the FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
All right.
But at the same time, those other 4, well, maybe one of them probably don't have the money to give to all the journalists.
No.
Because it all went to Santa Monica Studios.
Exactly.
With their 5 million sales.
So from here, we'll jump into some of our predictions for the event. We've got 3 each for kind of the game reveals and those sorts of things. So we'll try and get through this fairly quickly because we've got about 40 minutes. And I must admit, in the background, my dog is going absolutely nuts. And I'm the only person home. He's making that noise right outside my son's bedroom. So I'll let you go with your 3 straight out the gate. What do you expect to be announced or shown or whatever?
All right. I reckon there will be, hopefully, a Spider-Man 2 trailer.
Cool. Okay.
We haven't seen one
you stole the first thing on my list, but yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't seen one since I think it was
since they announced it. Yeah, in September last year.
And I also think maybe we'll see some more, maybe to see what enemies we get, and see what's going on with Harry.
I think that one's almost a certainty because they don't want to announce any big exclusives at the moment while they're in the little battle over Activision with Xbox. So they will just show the one thing that they've already got announced.
It's Jim Ryan versus Activision,
and Jim Ryan is like starting to win the battle the way things are shaping. But anyway, yeah, I think for that reason though they don't want to announce new games at the moment. So if they can avoid it, so they will lean on Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine if they need to. But I think Spider-Man 2 will be the only one they present. Anything else that's coming to PlayStation will be like third-party exclusives, Final Fantasy 16, that sort of stuff, Forspoken, that sort of thing. What else have you got?
Just a Gears of War logo will just appear.
Oh.
That's it. That's all we see. And maybe the sound of chainsaws or lances.
Cool. I can get around that.
That's it. I don't care if they don't show anything. As long as they just show the logo, I just know there's a game around the corner. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I'm keen.
You don't have to show me anything. I don't care.
And what's your
final one? I already know. The final one is, well, considering that I think they were going to give a Steam Deck.
Away every
minute. So I just thought at the end of the show, they're just going to announce a new and improved Steam Deck because they just gave all the suckers all the old shitty
cleared
ones.
All our stock out now, so here we go.
A new 1 terabyte. No, not 1 terabyte. I don't know what the disk size is.
Yeah, they can do 1 terabyte now. Yeah.
2 terabytes then.
Done.
2 terabytes, bigger battery. And everyone else gets... All those people that spent thousands of dollars to get one. Who spent thousands of dollars to get one. only to figure out they got the old model,
Sucked in.
and is now worth nothing.
On my end, I had a backup just in case because I felt like Spider-Man 2 might appear. So Spider-Man 2 was one of them, but I'll go 3 other ones. Wolf Among Us 2 will be there and we'll get a release date. Or at the very least, it'll be officially locked in for 2023, but I feel like they'll drop a date. Kojima will be there, unsurprisingly. I think that, but
Of course he will.
His love
Kojima's
for
everywhere
Kili.
at the moment.
But not only will he be there, but he will bookend the event. He will open it with... what order do I think this is going to happen? He'll open the event with Death Stranding 2.
Oh, yes.
And he'll close it with the Xbox exclusive Overdose. That's currently codenamed Overdose, but I don't know if that's the actual name. But I think he'll he'll be there twice. His games will feature twice. They're both out there. We all know about them, so I think he'll actually just show them.
He's just trying to throw us off with all these pictures of him just hanging out with people.
Yep.
All these big name people, and then Norman's just there in the background just because he
Looking
just
sad.
goes.
And my final thing is also another thing that's kind of like Jeff has had a bit of history with Activision when it comes to his various different events and done a really good job with it. And Crash Bandicoot will be there.
Oh, okay.
There's these rumors of a multiplayer game, and I think that will be what is announced. I think that'll be a real thing. So I think that'll turn up. So I mean, were there any other ideas you had that you didn't that didn't kind of feature in your?
No, because I was trying to think really hard of what games would come out or get announced. And I'm thinking there's already enough games coming out in 2023. I don't think you need to show anything. Let's say new.
Yeah, well, I mean,
show things that we already know about, like for instance, Spider-Man 2. We know it's coming.
Well, there's already some things that are more or less confirmed to be there as well. So, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is meant to be there. Diablo 4 is supposedly going to be there. What else is going to be there? Shit, I've gone blank on the name. The Monster Hunter Wild Hearts, the Monster Hunter one from
the EA one
from EA. And now someone's letting off fireworks or cracks in the street. For fuck's sake. So, oh Jesus, yeah, we'll definitely wrap things up because my kids are going to lose their minds if this wakes them up. But yeah, I think there's a few things that are already. Final Fantasy 16 is supposed to be there as well. So there's quite a bit going on already. Let alone the stuff. And Tekken 8 is confirmed now too. There's a whole bunch going on. So it's already going to be a pretty stacked event as is. All right, we'll wrap things up there. I'm literally hearing fireworks now. This is bullshit.
Why do we do this on a Saturday?
We do it on a different night, and all of a sudden the whole world decides it's time to celebrate. Maybe Australia's won a World Cup, even though the game doesn't.
I say they're a bit early for the World Cup. It doesn't start for another 10 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. Go figure. All right, we'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons are down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more Patched, Player 2 Plays, Gamer School, and a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please subscribe and go and check it out. Visit the website player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series Patched, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks, lower tiers early access, higher tiers monthly episode exclusives, and finally there's Twitter. Matto.
Matto_Phil.
Paul James Games for myself. The website is player2au, and until next week, hopefully all your Game Awards related dreams come true, and we'll talk about them next week. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you later.